We are following breaking news this hour out of the Treasure Coast. A former financial advisor is now a convicted killer. A jury in Indian River County has just convicted Michael Jones in the 2014 murder of his former girlfriend, Diana Duve. Jones was found guilty of first-degree murder just this afternoon in this strangling death. Duve was found in the trunk of her own car.
Diana Duve's story highlights how relationships can sometimes be a dangerous web of control and manipulation, with serious consequences. People seek love, respect, and care. But some may use relationships to control their partner, creating a cycle of harm. Spotting manipulative behavior early is essential to protect your mental and physical health. Diana Duve, a young nurse, met Mike Jones, a successful banker who seemed perfect, charming, ambitious, and caring. At first he presented himself as a loving partner, but soon he began to show controlling and abusive behavior. As Diana tried to leave the relationship, she struggled to fully realize the danger she was in. Diana was born in Moldova in 1988 to a modest family. Her parents split when she was young, and she was raised by her grandparents until her mother, Elena, brought her to the United States. Starting a new life in Vero Beach, Florida, Diana quickly adapted, learning English and forming close friendships. Known for her dedication, she excelled academically and achieved her dream of becoming a nurse. In her role, she was compassionate and well-liked by both colleagues and patients. Diana met Mike Jones in 2013. He was 6 years older, had a law degree, and worked at a bank. Diana's family approved of him at first, but over time she became withdrawn from family and friends, controlled by Mike's demands on her every move. Even though Diana expressed doubts about their relationship to her close friend, she felt unsure of how to leave. Mike's behavior intensified as he monitored her phone, restricted her social life, and increasingly tried to isolate her. In April 2014, a neighbor overheard a loud fight and called the police, fearing for Diana's safety. The police found Diana shaken and with visible marks on her neck, but she chose not to press charges. She attempted to end the relationship, but Mike continued to call, beg, threaten, and manipulate her to get back together. He harassed her daily with calls and messages, but Diana remained determined to move on. On June 19, 2014, Diana went to a bar with friends. Mike called, asking to meet. Thinking a public place was safe, she agreed. Around midnight, she texted her mother that she wouldn't be home. The next day, when no one could reach her, her mother grew alarmed and reported her missing. Mike initially claimed Diana was fine, but soon stopped responding. Investigators tracked Diana's last phone signal near Mike's home and eventually found her car parked near a motel where Mike was staying. In the trunk, they found her body. She had been severely beaten and strangled. The investigation revealed that Mike had a history of violence and stalking. He was well regarded professionally, hiding his past with charm and manipulation, even participating in charity work for domestic violence prevention. However, colleagues and friends later admitted he often lied, presenting conflicting stories about his background and achievements.
That Diana Duve died from strangulation, likely in the home of Michael David Jones, her on-again, off-again boyfriend. As for Jones, as we speak right now, law enforcement on its way to the St. Lucie County Jail to present Jones with the formal charges of first-degree murder in this case. Police Chief David Curry also using some very harsh words for Jones, saying that Jones disgusts me. Here's what the chief said just moments ago.
This is a tragic case of dating and domestic violence by a weak, insecure, cowardly individual who felt the need to control his relationship with Diana Duve by way of verbal and physical abuse. Quite frankly, Michael David Jones disgusts me and is very poor excuse for a man.
Mike Jones was arrested, and in 2019 he stood trial for Diana's murder. The case, supported by witness testimony and photos of Diana's injuries, portrayed him as a deeply abusive and controlling partner. Diana's family pursued the harshest punishment, hoping her tragic story would serve as a warning about the dangers of hidden abuse in relationships.
It's so incredibly painful, and it's raw, and it's probably gonna be raw like for a long time. And like I said, there is no punishment severe enough that this monster can get for what he's done. He brutally murdered my only child, you know, and he just keep going on and on and on. And defense is not ready again. They should put their act together. You know, why it should take more than 3 years to bring him to justice? Why?
After Mike Jones first physically assaulted her, Diana tried to end the relationship, but he refused to let go and continued to pursue her aggressively. 2 of Mike's former girlfriends also testified, describing similar experiences. Each woman shared how Mike initially seemed like the ideal partner, kind and perfect for a long-term relationship. However, over time, his controlling and possessive nature surfaced. Any resistance to his control led to intense anger, even physical violence. After their breakups, he harassed them, refusing to move on. A closer examination of Jones's garage revealed small bloodstains that matched Diana's, along with hair and traces of blood on a tool discarded in a box. Forensic evidence showed that Mike struck Diana with this object before strangling her. Although the defense argued there was no evidence of premeditation and claimed the incident was a tragic accident during a fight, the jury unanimously found Jones guilty of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Instead of the death penalty requested by the prosecution and Diana's family, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
This is it. Hang on. Think you're gonna get away with it?
Michael, why'd you kill your wife and 4 kids?
Mike, tell us your story. Tell us your story.
Was it just a bad day? Did you say something you didn't like?
Why did you allegedly do it, Mike? Everyone wants to know why.
Everything you want to say to your mother-in-law, bro? Hey, you told them where your kids were and where your wife was in the back of the car. Why not tell us?
What's your story? What are you thinking, Mike?